Soldiers calmly hurtle through the howling winds of the gray rocks in its harsh, muddied marshlands, filled with both uncertainty and predatory creatures of varied species. Optimism in terms such as hope become nothing more than mere imaginings to one who is both famished and undoubtedly anxious. That is, of course, until they have reached the docks of Oxenfurt, the glorious Redanian city, filled with both wealth and the unmatched desire for knowledge. Oxenfurt is a celebrated city located to the southeast of Novigrad. It features colorful, joyous streets overflowing with individuals full of initiative and a love for the arts, business, and philosophy. The city is known for its youthful population and sense of innovation, something that is primarily attributed to its academy, which is the largest university in the Northern Realms. Ah yes, the academy, full of both free thinkers and intellectual wanderers, many of which have made it their very mission in life to bring a sense of enlightenment to the often dark and cruel world that surrounds them. You see, students of the academy aren't merely overzealous in their view of the world, they are neither militant or persuasive. As the performance of conversation and debate, our aspects are always welcomed in Oxenfurt. Such constructive disputes are often seen as a good time, social. In all honesty, it also serves as a way for students and scholars to sling and regurgitate their recent findings and wit. Students can often be found in the later hours discussing aspects of psychology, as well as more abstract and scientific studies, such as astronomy and biology. The city students can sometimes become entitled to the fortune of free thought, forgetting that there is a world outside of their protected walls where such progressive ideas are discouraged, prohibited even. A world where war and the unknown ravages the very villages in which they examine and critique. Alas, controversy is of no shortage among Oxenfurt's academia. There is recent rumor of vampires residing within the city's walls. It would make sense due to the city's affluent nature. However, such discussion has led to both suspicion and mystery among its residents. They hear such horrible stories of bodies being completely drained of blood and life, only to be dragged to the very depths of the Pontar. Though many try to ignore such conversations, they can't help but imagine terrifying circumstances where the culprit could be a neighbor or even their closest friend. One of the Academy's most notable studies would be architecture. Many aspiring designers flock to Oxenfurt to find work and mentors who specialize in the craft. Some of the city's most prolific designers and builders now reside within Novigrad, where their work is most cherished, a sight exemplified by the city's structural design. Other alumni have decided to stay in Oxenfurt, which is unfortunately experiencing a rather oversaturated labor market for this profession. skilled labor market has led to many graduates resorting to offering free services and possibility of securing long-term, fruitful opportunities within wealthier areas of Redania. Others have taken advantage of the troubled circumstances of Velen and its war-torn villages, where work is plenty but hardly profitable. Those that search for graceful mentorship are met with only disappointment and frustration. You see, local business owners have a more pressing commodity on their minds during such troubling days: time. Other than the merry youth that wander Oxenfurt's sloped streets, the Redanian army and its influence can also be observed throughout the city. Soldiers, in spite of their boredom and often aggravated circumstances, understand that regardless of the city's weather or celebration, they are in fact obligated to their post. Despite their stern appearances, soldiers do take comfort in cracking jokes amongst themselves and discussing their marital troubles. Some can even be heard bragging about their infidelity, with the assumption that their wives are completely oblivious to their very nature and antics. Though brief, soldiers greatly value their infrequent and often short rest periods throughout the day. You would assume that they would be more social and interactive with people that roam the streets. However, it is quite the opposite. Soldiers tend to be quiet, aloof even. It is during these times that they are completely mesmerized by the city's surrounding waters, a very reflection of their own turmoil and longing for tranquility, but also one that serves as a brief distraction from their often droll assignments and even the more discreet, highly prioritized projects that consume their time. It is also a testament to the city's beauty and profound inspiration to those that reside within it. After all, it is said that one's environment greatly contributes to their overall perspective on life and its possibilities. And what better environment to be in than the very serenity of Oxenfurt?
Any news from the Zima?
During the day, the city is known for its jolly and colorful atmosphere. The cheery faces of the city's people and their drive to succeed encourages its guests and researchers alike. What is not often discussed would be one of the city's greatest treasures: its nightlife, where its already overbearing passion is amplified. During the evening, the pursuit of greatness isn't subdued nor underappreciated. Vendors can still be seen trying to sell a variety of valuables, from antique tableware to handmade jewelry, while talented buskers can be heard throughout the alleyways. By far the most frequent attraction would be the city's taverns and pubs. This is perhaps the only time where common folk, students, and workers from various fields are able to relay their stories to one another and mingle in argument. Though Oxenfurt continues to be lively and full of excitement during its later hours, there are some individuals that prefer the familiar solitude of Novigrad and small village areas. Fortunately, housing that is farthest from the city's center tends to be more lenient in coin. It is near these areas where couples can be seen wandering the city's docks under the cloudy, moonlit sky, some reminiscing of their time and studies at the academy, while others prefer to contemplate their plans for the future. Though it may seem that Oxenfurt is the type of city to never rest, the truth is, its brick-filled walkways are most empty and barren during just a few hours before dawn. During this time, one can only hear the calm torches held by soldiers, guarding the city's gates and alleyways. Still, this sense of isolation and peace is only short-lived. The city's people can't help but find it difficult to sleep. In a world where plague and violent mysteries roam outside their walls, they only imagine that there is a greater purpose to aspire to, one that isn't merely filled with demise and order, but one that is both enlightening and infectious. Most of all, they hope to uphold an even superior legacy in the pursuit of knowledge and truth.